Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Big up, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Possible Outcome, March Day 37. And welcome, guys. Welcome to the HubSpot. Again, I think this has been what I call it. I think so far, I think this is probably my best show on the Hub, going through the games before the actual games, right? Predicting the possible outcomes and seeing basically how did we perform. Again, today I have Drex with me, and Drex is pretty busy doing something, so Drex
I'm
is
here.
not
I'm here.
is
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
okay.
Can you
Good,
hear me?
good,
Big
good.
up everybody. Thank you all for joining. Big up yourself. Thank you so much, yo. Yeah, what are you saying?
I know as I'm just saying. I think if we're looking at again, guys, we'll go through the recap of what happened the last week, what we yeah, predictions, lots of predictions though, not just from ourselves, also from Mental, Stephanie, and I believe as well as Luan. So we had those we collated those data. Drex, the percentage was, what was it, 75%?
I believe
Okay, so I think it was
I believe it's
75%.
75%. Yeah.
Yeah, and then big up Mark, and the Oxford now streaming talk, your post, okay, big up Mark. Mark, how you doing? It's been a minute. So guys, let's go down deep down. Let's see what's happening today. Though we'll go through the recap before the actual possible outcomes and how we actually performed on last week. Let's see. Let's see. Hope I have the right one correct. Possible outcome this 36. Let me see. Okay, no, that's the wrong one. Well, so I have the right one here. So basically, this is possible outcome recap, right? And then we'll go through March day 37 to figure out what's to basically predict what will happen in March day 37. Now let's do the recap. So in our recap, I believe we had just here, and I can give a bit of details if we want, and details on basically how the predictions went, because what we have it's March week, it's March 35. We don't have 3 games left. There are only 30 game week. So we are 30. We are 37. We have Arsenal, Newcastle, and Bayern. Well, yeah. So that's true though. That is true. So probably we might have what they call it. We might have to tweak. We have to probably tweak it. I think Mark is correct here. So I think
No,
it
no,
should be,
no. Just we have match day 37, which we play Arsenal, right? Then in
yeah.
between we have a game. I think we have a game midweek against Newcastle. It was one of those games that had to be postponed.
Okay, the
Yeah, then
replay.
we finally have Brighton, which is the match day 38. So yeah,
Okay,
that's it. So Newcastle
okay.
is a replay. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Drex is following up. Thank you again, Mark, for the at least clarity, both for the communicating both back and forth to understand like what's going on here. Okay, good. So March day 36, we're correct, because I know Drex did a show and I asked him, Drex, why you putting 29? And Drex said no, that was a replay. Drex follows everything to a T. It's a 6 point top six will settle without an FA Cup. Hopefully, and Mark, I probably you might not like this, so I'm very skeptical if we'll probably take a point again this season. I'm not sure we'll take a point again.
No, it
I'm
looks
still,
like it's all gonna. It's not for me. If we had to face reality, it's gonna
yeah,
be for me. If I have to face reality, what's Luke staring at us in the face? I would say it's more like maybe 0 point to the end of the season. But you never can
0
tell.
point.
Arsenal game, the players might the players might get, I don't know, but we'll talk into it. Let's just go about the recap. We'll talk more about that. Let's go into the
Okay, so,
recap
so
and see.
Mark is saying it will beat Arsenal. I think that's a game also I'm fairly confident. I believe we should be able to beat Arsenal regardless of our form. And we'll see. Okay, let's do the recap quickly. Let's go. Looting everything. We said what it called. We had several outcomes here. So Mental was also a part of this. He said what they called the game would end for 2-4, meaning everything to score for and looting two. What actually happened in that game basically was, I think it was a draw, right? I believe that game ended up being a draw. Let me make sure I have that here. I think that was a 1-1 draw. Results. Come on. Hurry up, hurry up. Yeah. So it ended up being a 1-1 draw, right? So in that, right? So I'll probably give that a go because we said and I mentioned both teams to score, although I was hoping Everton was going to get that win there. So I think that was good for us. Now Arsenal, I think in terms of that one, Arsenal bomber, I think people were probably thinking the reverse would be the case. Bournemouth was going to win this one, but again, I think one of us predicted Arsenal to win, right, and both teams to get what they called on the score sheet. So that's a plus. Now, Brentford Fulham prediction was basically Brentford win or draw, and that basically that actual happened. I think most people, I think most people that commented got this one right. Burnley near Newcastle, we mentioned both teams to get on the score sheet. Newcastle win or draw in total corners combined of 11 plus. To me, this was a big, this was different though. I agree, this was different. So Drex actually said total corners combined 11 plus. In that game, we had 15 corners, which to me is key. Drex actually getting what they call going outside the normal win scoring, going to predict actual in-start game, which to me it's good.
Remember,
Even
remember I said that game. Remember when you guys were asking like, "Yo, where did I see that from?" I'm like, the way it was, it all depended on how I saw those two guys, how they wanted to play, or like how they like to play, right? The Burnley, they already know that the champion EFL football is what they might be playing, what they will be playing next season. So I think what they've always had the expansive football, but they would just want to see how to use the remaining part of the season to further strengthen that style of play, right? Further strengthen that style of play. So for me, I just feel like because of the openness of how they play, and also Newcastle pushing to get into Europe, not just
Mhm.
the conference league, looking to at least get a spot into the Europa League. And I've seen how they played against the likes of Sheffield, and they've actually come into this season. We'll talk more about that. But
Mhm.
that being said, I just knew that okay, Newcastle, they like to put a lot of crosses into the box, even as well as Burnley. So it was one of those games where a lot of crosses will be going into the box, a lot of block shot, a lot of shots from outside the 18 yard. The keeper might be parrying outside for a corner. So that all of that just made me feel like this one is going to be double digit for the corners, and
Okay.
gladly it was so.
Yeah, so yeah, I think we got that correct. That game ended up a 4-1, but again, in that game, Burnley scored, but Newcastle actually scored four in that game. And all predictions. Let me make sure I see. So all predictions had down. We got it correct. If I'm to go into details, again, mental ball mentioned that both teams to score when with a Newcastle win. I predicted Newcastle or draw, and Drex actually predicted total game corners 11 plus, which again all three entered. Now Sheffield and Nottingham, I think here the prediction was both teams to get on the score sheet. Nottingham team 2 plus. Let me look at that. Yes, so I think this one again, we had a prediction that didn't go us right. I think that prediction was more so 27 goal kicks in the game. But to be fair though, it came close. They had 20 goal kicks in the game. I think it was a 19-11, so 9-11 a piece. Okay, now is it the next one here? Next line. And sorry, if I finish it, Sheffield Nottingham, what happened there? What was the score line? So ended up what they called Nottingham actually leading what they call 3-1. I think Drex called out Nottingham to get what they called a 2+ goal in that game, and they actually got three, which is good. Now, so Man City Wolves, I think it was a clean sweep for everyone. Even I think everyone got a clean sweep. Stephanie mentioned what they call a 3-0 win. I gave Stephanie a 0.5 out of 1 in that though, because Man City are still winning comfortably. But everyone predicted, Mental predicted a 3+ goal. I predicted what they called Man City to win with a 2-goal difference. Drex basically came up with a team total of 2+ for Man City, and Stephanie City to win 3-0 in that game. But they won 5-1. I still gave her a 0.5 over 1. Now, Brighton, Everton. I believe everyone failed this one. Everyone. So, um, Mental went to what they call a Villa win and to score two goals. That didn't happen. We looked at what they called a Villa or draw. That was my prediction. I said Villa will win or the game ends in a draw. No. And Drex again goes with his Olie Watkins. He says Watkins to score and Villa team 2+. That didn't happen. And Stephanie both teams to score with Villa to win what they called 2-1. But that game ended up with what they call with a Brighton win, which was shocking though, to be fair.
Yeah, it was shocking because yeah, but what I didn't take into account was the fact that um Aston Villa, I think they've been on a rough patch recently. They drew
Yeah.
2-2 to Chelsea, haven't led that game 2-0 for most part of that game, only to end up drawing that game. They lost heavily at home to Olympiacos in the Conference League, and I just felt like maybe because of the form which Brighton were on, they would have been able to salvage a point, but it wasn't the case. De Zerbi actually got over the line, got that game over the line, and I felt like it was one of those games that nobody would have actually made the right call. So yeah, it's good to see Brighton back on on the W. But let's just see what this week we would pan out. Let's see what this week would offer us
So
in terms of the outcome.
Brighton winning and probably picking some sort of form. It's not good because we're playing them soon. Okay, I think we're looking at Chelsea, West Ham. I think this was a clean sweep, right? Oh no, it wasn't a clean sweep. Oh, it wasn't a clean sweep. I think it wasn't a clean spot. Also, basically, Chelsea win and draw, and where one person got that what they called right. So I think that's a win, a win for us. Liverpool, Tottenham, both team both teams to get on the score sheet, and Liverpool win or draw again. This one clean sweep. I think it was clean sweep in the house. Yes, the Mental had an interesting one though, which was basically Tottenham 5-0 clock to
Yeah,
with Virgil van Dijk on his lap. That was
yeah,
his possible outcome, but we can't say that because that will probably happen at the backstage. And
yeah.
lastly, and lastly, this one though, a clean sweep of everyone got it wrong. We all had red tinted glasses on this one. Red tinted glasses, basically though. It's crazy. We had everyone. I think for me, that I actually beat myself up for this one. Like, you know what? I could have actually done better because it's something that you could have seen. But again, as a United fan, I cannot predict a United loss, right? In a game. So I actually went for a draw or United, thinking at least we could actually get a draw, but everyone failed this one. Mental, Drex, myself, and Stephanie. But I understand though, we are all United fans, and again, we had our red tinted glasses on this one. So that's the recap. Looking at an overall percentage how we did last year, we basically last week was 75%. What they called predictions. We had our 75% predictions correct, which to me is key though. I think it's lower than our previous ones. We normally get up to 80% predictions right. Sometimes we've gotten to a 90% predictions right. So let's see what happens right in this week. And guys, please let's be careful. By no way we're saying go and bet on this. It's not betting, it's us just reviewing what we think will happen in the game. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you like what they call content like this. If you want to actually view the game and have a discussion before the actual game, that's the intent, right? Have the discussion before the actual game. Everyone is welcome, please, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and possible outcome is always around 6 p.m. Eastern time. Sometimes we go by probably 6:30, 6:20. Please don't forget to what they call hit the like button, share, and also click your notification. And big up, big up, Manj, and Rex. I've sent Rex the possible outcome to read out. Have a great stream. Big up, Manj, big up, Manj. Drex, I hope you have Manj's possible outcome so we can add that to what
Yeah,
next
yeah,
week.
I got it. I got it.
Big up, big up. Okay, let's go. Let's go to the next one here. Now, let's look at the main reason we're here today is possible outcome match day 37. So, Drex, how do you want to do this? You want to go first? How do you want to manage this? Because I'll probably
Uh,
be stuck with typing.
you let me see who do we have on the screen? Who's the
Let me go
first on
first.
the
So I think
list?
we have
Oh
Fulham, Man
yeah,
City.
I'll go with this one. A lot has been said about. I see a lot of people talking about this one on the timeline on the Twitter space and all of that, saying if there was a team that would pose a threat to Man City's title charge or title hopes this season, it would be Fulham. Off to because I think Man City they've got three London teams left to play, and a lot of people are actually hoping that it goes like one of the London clubs, right? We pull a magic, if I may use
Hmm.
that word, and to help the other London team, which is Arsenal, win the EPL. So a lot of people are actually saying, think City have Fulham, they have West Ham, and they have one or they have Fulham, Tottenham and West Ham. So they have all the hams. So it's a hamburger kind of thing for them.
Hmm.
So for me, having said that, I feel like they would win this game,
Hmm.
but could it 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 Fulham they've not been so great recently. They've been the last four. They've had what, two draws, two losses, and one win in the last five, right?
Hmm.
And yeah, and if you go back and check the head to head between these two, it's always been Man City, right?
Hmm.
From 2021, the last five, 2021, March 13 up until September 2nd, 2023, it's been City. City have actually won home and away, it's 3-0, 2-1, and I think I see that kind of run continue. Might be a close game, might be a game of maybe 3-1, not much of those kind of Wolves scoreline where we saw City put five past Wolves or something like that. It might
Hmm.
just be a 3-1 kind of game. So my possible outcome would be I would still keep it simple and say City to get at this team total of a 2 plus, and yeah. Both teams to get on the score sheet. Both teams to get on the score sheet.
Okay, 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 okay. So City, Drex is saying team total 2 plus, and both teams to get in the short score sheet and BTS basically. Okay, what am I saying here? Man City to win. Man City to is it that what I call that again? I go with the. I'm not the best with what I call the goals, and I just go with what I call the basics right here. So Man City to actually win or draw. So it to be a draw or Man City, because Man City again they're a team that plays I won't say they are very good, but they play boring football. Back. So I'll give their what they call their possible outcome boring too. Man City is a draw or Man City. Yes. Man City.
People begin to find City's football very boring. I don't. Why is this? Why is that so?
Because it's become more and it's become more robotic. Although it's good, it's interesting. It's like you see, like you love the game, but then right, it's imagine that we used to way you watch Ronaldo, watch Ronaldinho, watch Messi, watch Zidane,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
You don't have such players.
Yeah.
Like and we see like at least one team we had.
It's more like
Imagine we
it's
used
more
to.
like cut and nail kind of thing, right?
Yes. Even when you had Liverpool, you had
Mhm.
Torres. He could dribble. Like it
Mhm.
was a very good dribble. Right? You had what they called you had in Arsenal. You had Terry and Henry. You had Reyes. You had Beckham. Right? Even if
Yeah.
he's slow, but if you dribble you that slow, you will not move. You will not recover. Just leave it. Right?
Mhm.
So, but I think it's like this. Back. Everyone plays back. It's
But
like you mentioned, what I
isn't that
know.
the same type of gay football that Arsenal are about to they're embarking on?
It's basically something and I call it it's a power football. Well, although the good thing it actually gives results. To be fair, though, it gives results.
Yeah, because that's
But
what
then
people
because
are after now.
yeah, it's results, but it becomes more what it called becomes more much makes to watch your kosher, right? Like you always start you dribble this guy. No, take him. Like, well, no,
You're
you can't.
looking for something extra, not just the win. You're always looking for that. Okay, the take
Excitement.
ons, the excitement. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So I think that
understand.
that's basically into this game, right? Even then, when Ronaldo came to United, I used to watch United a lot. But when Ronaldo came, right, if I'm going to that to watch the game, I'm going to watch Ronaldo. Ronaldo must be playing for me
Yeah.
to enjoy that match, right? So, yeah. Okay, what was Manchester possible outcome? Or you want to call that out later?
Yeah, when we finish, before we talk about the United Arsenal game, then I'm just gonna go over man's possible outcome for today.
Okay, let me go here. So Bournemouth and Brentford. So Bournemouth, Brentford. So again, I hate when you get these two teams that are actually very close to each other. Right? It's difficult, right? It's difficult to kind of predict, but it's fine. We'll go through it. So Bournemouth have won basically. They've won two in their last five. They've drawn one and they've lost two. They lost basically into what they call a tougher opponent. To be fair, Arsenal and Aston Villa. So we're losing 3-0 and 3-1, what they call to those teams. Now for Brentford, though, Brentford have had what they call them two wins again. Similar two wins, two draws, and one loss, which their loss was to Everton. Their last game was a 0-0 draw. Now, what will I go here for what they call these teams here? You know what? I'll probably go with what they call. Let me see their just quick one here, guys, if you don't mind. Let me just see their head to head quickly. So matches. So Brentford and what they call it, Bournemouth and what they call Brentford. If you look at their matches, look at their head to head. Big up Luan, big up Luan. Um, if you're looking at what they call their head to head, yeah. So it's 2-2, 2-0. So 2-2 in your last one. So Brentford beat Bournemouth 2-0. Last season 0-0. So Brentford seem to get the upper hand for the most part when they meet. Yes, they do. But I think I'll probably go for a both teams to score on this one. Let me see where they lie on the table. So one is 10th and one is 16th. And for a form, I can say their form. So you know what? Easy. I'll go for both teams to score on this one, Rex.
Okay, both teams to score. I'll play it safe. I would say Bournemouth might just be too strong for Brentford on the night. I know they suffered a heavy defeat at Arsenal, right? Which I was thinking they would win that one, but I would go with Brentford. Both teams to get on the score sheet. Yeah, that's not bad. Both teams to get on the score sheet.
Okay,
I'd leave
both
this
teams
a
to
draw.
score.
I'll leave this a draw.
Okay,
Both
is it a
teams.
draw?
Yeah.
Okay, so Drake say a draw.
Both
That
teams
says
like it's a score
BTS.
draw. So it's a score
Scored
draw.
draw. Okay. 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 What's so Drex have that. The next one here is basically we're going through Drex. You want to take this one? Everton Sheffield?
That one, it's Everton Sheffield. We already know it's Sheffield already know that they will be playing their trade in the AFL league next season, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Everton, I think a win for them in this game, all but just secures. Just put right now. I think Everton are safe. They are safe, right? They are 10 points ahead. The person that sits in the 17th position, which is Luton, right? So they are 10. For me, they are safe. We got what? This is March day 37.
Mm-hmm.
Just one more game to go. So they, for me, Everton is safe. This is just like, okay, you see what we could do in terms of point accumulation. We don't know if these guys might wake up on Monday and find us guilty again and decide to knock us another another 10 points deduction. So you don't know what lies in store for them in future. So for me, I think it's one they are home. I think this is their last home game, so they
Mm-hmm.
are home. They would definitely want to make that count for their fans
Mm-hmm.
who stood by them all through the season. Remember, it
Okay.
was early in the season when they got that first 10 point deduction, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we were the first opposition they played after that 10 point deduction. And a lot of people were like, yo, they're going to use United to bounce back. And but it didn't happen, right? But they
Mm-hmm.
fought back. You could see that it was more of a motivation to them. Then
Yeah.
their case was reviewed. It was further, it was like a 6 point deduction. I think 4 point was given back to them and all of that.
Yeah.
So for me, having said all of that, Sheffield on the other hand, we know it feels like they already know their fate is sealed. They know their fate is sealed. It's not like they know their fate is sealed already. Um, Not much to play for. They are going away at Goodison. Liverpool was there not so, I think, 2 weeks ago, and Liverpool lost 2-0. So I feel this game, Everton are just going to get the win. But I don't like doing win draw. I don't like doing win or losses. I would just keep it simple and say I believe Everton to get team total of a 2+ goal. If Everton is to win this game, might not be a heavy defeat for Sheffield. Might be a game of maybe 4-2, 3-2 kind of game. So I would just go with Everton with the team total of 2+ goals.
Everything with a team total of 2+. What's my possible outcome here? Again, I think I see everything winning this game. To be fair, I want them beat around the bush. They've been what they called on terrific form. Can I get my words out of my mouth? They've been on excellent form. If you look on the reverse, if you look at from a form perspective, Everton probably would be in top five. And if you're looking at Sheffield form, probably will be 20th where they actually are. So yeah, Everton to win this one. So again, to make it simple, just to cover your basis, I'll probably say Everton win or draw, but I think I'm fairly confident Everton will win this one. Now the goal margin, I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, Everton to win this one or a draw. Okay, next one. Now Newcastle Brighton. Let's see here. Newcastle Brighton. Again, Newcastle being what they call, I think they've been on what they call good form. That let me. Why can't I get this thing here? That's why I can see the form table. I can't seem to find it. It's not allowing me to do that. Table. Oh yeah, I can see it. Yeah. So if we go back to the previous one, Everton form, they are currently sixth, not top five, just sixth. And Sheffield, basically, they are 20th, like I mentioned. And now, if you're looking at the current one, Newcastle Brighton, Newcastle on form, Newcastle are actually third. They've had one loss in their last five in the Premier League. And what they call them, Brighton on form, they are what they called 18th though. But they kind of did some kind of a miracle, I would say, last game to actually win. Now it becomes difficult to predict this one based on their last performance, but still, I'll go with what I call with a Newcastle or draw on this one. Drex.
For me, it's Brighton's away record this season has not been that great. So yeah, whilst I would like to go with the Newcastle or draw, let me
Drex,
look
can you speak a bit
here.
louder?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I say whilst I like to go with the Newcastle or draw, I think the win against Aston Villa for Brighton might be a spot like they might just put them on some sort of turning the corner for them, right? You know how Crystal Palace did that
Hmm.
one against Liverpool, and it was just a U-turn, So
Hmm.
for me, I feel like this game, yeah, Newcastle or draw might not be. So I would say both teams to get on the score sheet because of the way Brighton likes to play, right? I would say
Hmm.
both teams to get on the score sheet. I would leave this both teams to get on the score sheet. I want to ride my luck with the corners, but I don't think I would get that far today. So let me just go with both teams to get on the score sheet. And yeah, yeah, both teams to get on the score sheet and a draw.
So basically, a game will be BTS and draw.
Yes.
Okay, BTS and draw. Okay.
No, don't take scrap up the draw. Give me a total corner of 10 plus.
The total corner that should be achievable. Total corner. I don't know. I'm talking. Temples.
Yeah, 10 plus because yeah, total corner 10 plus. The draw looks like more, but let me just go with one of the stats I actually know. I've looked at them and
So we're saying right in this game, you're saying directly, you're looking at a BTS one and total corner of 10 plus.
that's correct.
Okay. Okay. So again, total corner of 10 plus BTS again. For me, I'm going with a Newcastle win or a draw. I actually don't see Brighton actually winning this one, regardless of their previous performance, right? In their last EPL game. Okay, now Drex, you go on this one. Tottenham and Burnley.
Tottenham and Burnley. Tottenham has been on some some hemolysis, some red blood cell things, you know. They've been on some. I think it's if I'm not mistaken, it's four losses in a row. Do I
Oh,
see this as the fifth one? I don't think so. But do I see them winning this game? Not so much. Not so much. Burnley, we all know how Burnley likes to play. So Burnley, on the other hand, yeah, and like I said, it has been four straight losses. The last time Tottenham won the game was against Nottingham Forest, which were I think they sit 16th position in the league right now.
mm-hmm.
Burnley is actually on sitting 18th position in the is it 18 or 19? 19. Luton is 18. No, yeah, Luton is 18. Nottingham Forest is 17. My bad. Luton is Luton is 18, Burnley is 19, Sheffield is 20th, Forest is 17. So yeah, so for me, it's gonna be a, it's gonna be a very it's gonna be a very interesting game. This one, it's gonna be a very interesting game because if you look at Burnley as a Wales record, right, they've only lost one in the last five. They've drawn three and won one. The draws coming against teams like West Ham, teams like Chelsea, where they were one man down and they won that game, right? Sheffield United and they drew Manchester United as well. So all of that, having said all of that, I feel like this game is gonna still be in that range of a draw for like draws on the card for this one. Draws on the card for this one. Yeah. I know
Draw.
Ange likes to pay the high line and all of that. Burnley likes to play an expansive football. Do I give Tottenham the win? Do I say Tottenham win or draw? No, let
Yes,
me
you're
just.
scared because they've been terrible.
They've been terrible, bro. They've been terrible, and let me just give Tottenham. Let's make it easy and simple. Tottenham team total of 2 plus. Let's make it easy and simple. To Tottenham total of 2 plus, but a draw for me, like I feel like a draw will be is on the card for this game.
Okay,
The-
so you want to put one for a draw there? Oh no.
Put the team total and the draw. Tottenham team total two. If I say yeah 2-2, no 2-2 yeah. No, bro, take out the draw. Just give me the team total of 2 plus for
Yeah, because
Tottenham.
I know you see 2-2, like Burnley scored 2 goals.
They can.
That's-
They might even shock Tottenham by they can.
you can? Okay.
Yeah, but just because ever in their last five away matches they failed to score once, and that was against Everton. So
Mm.
so
Wow. So Tottenham though, like it's should I tell you where they are on form? Their position?
they should be sitting pretty deep with Sheffield United, maybe 18 or 17 between that range.
They're actually 19th position.
Okay, I know they're sitting pretty deep with Sheffield United.
They are 19th position on form. And honestly, Ange should probably be lucky because if you that he actually got enough points earlier in the season, imagine if they probably had struggled like other teams, right? My God, they would probably be down. They will be down because we say United have been what they call terrible, but if in their last five they've drawn three, won one, and just and lost to Crystal Palace, which I think most people actually expected before the game, though. To be fair, so what do I think here? Tottenham Burnley. You know what? No matter how it be for Tottenham, no matter how bad I think things is, if you look at their last games, well, let's just quickly take a look though. Their last five games. So at least let's give some context to this. So they played Newcastle. Now Newcastle, if you see on form, Newcastle on form, they are what they call third. So they're playing a tough side, right? Tottenham. Now they played Arsenal, which on form, Arsenal is what they call fourth. So again, that's a difficult game. Now, if you're looking at what they call Chelsea on form, where is Chelsea? Chelsea is fifth on form. That's a difficult game as well. And lastly, they played Liverpool, who's on form. They're currently what they call they're currently ninth, but they're a very difficult side as well. So to count that against Tottenham, I'll probably be a bit cautious. So in this one, I'll probably say Tottenham to win or draw. After all my men talk, Tottenham to win or draw. I don't see Burnley winning this one. I see Tottenham should win this one. Or I see Tottenham to win or draw. Good. So
All right. So Tottenham to win or draw. So, but what's on the form table? Where's Burnley?
Burnley on the form, they are 12th though. They are 12th. But for me though, I
Okay.
think
So
no,
so
no. When you start looking at, when you start going below for me though, when you start going below seventh or seventh position on form table, to me it's like that can probably be different factors. You start looking at the top five, top three, top six, right? You start looking at
where's United on that form table?
11th.
Pretty deep.
Yeah, so you can see right. It starts to basically don't really add up when you start going toward from sixth down. It doesn't really add up. Even at six, it still even makes sense. You can see Everton has been on form. They're sixth place. So if you see all these top six teams right on form, you can say, you know what, yeah, these guys, they are difficult at this time. Start going to what they call going to below that, right? You see Brentford. Aston Villa is a very strong team too, so but they are there. Liverpool is a strong team, right? So it begins to what they call, not add up, right? From what they call from seventh down on the form table. But that's what I'm going with. Where they call, I really Tottenham can still beat Burnley regardless of where they are on form. Okay, West Ham Luton. Is me? I think it's me. West Ham Luton. Let me just see here. Wow, wow. West Ham is just, I understand what happened with West Ham. They were doing well, now they're not doing
No, I
well. The
think
current
I think I think the fact that they know that Moyes won't be there next season, right? It's more like, you know what, this guy's not gonna be here. There's gonna be a new manager, so let's just, you know what, let's just take it off. I think it's holiday season for them. A lot of the players have actually checked out. So yeah.
to me, why do players do that though? Like, don't you as in there should be
No,
level of
but the thing is, why do clubs do that? Why do you make it obvious that you're gonna let your manager leave just before
mhm,
the end of
mhm,
the season, right?
mhm, mhm,
It's
mhm,
it's it's how you it's from the top. It can't be the because if you don't give don't give the if you look at Liverpool when Klopp said he was going to leave, right? A lot of them are like, okay, let's fight for this manager, right? When the thing didn't happen, when they started having a rough patch in the season, a lot of them like came to their senses like, you know what, bro, like this guy's leaving, bro. That's how I feel though, in my opinion. This guy's leaving, the new manager would come in. Yeah, either ways, like some of them know they're gonna start. Now they already secured the manager, which was the Feyenoord manager. They've already secured the service, I believe. And
mhm.
so for a team like West Ham that you still want to push further, see how you can push and push into Europe, right? You shouldn't be making such call for about the manager. I was saying things like, okay, you think your manager, you don't like, you'll be parting ways with your manager to come the end of the season. It should be something that at the end of the season everybody just get to know. Like at the end of the season everybody gets to know and say, okay, you know what, this guy is gone. See the case of Mourinho and Tottenham. You're sacking somebody right before on the eve
The,
of
the
a
bigger
FA Cup
competition.
final. So
Mhm.
it has a way of playing on the minds of these players. So it has a way of playing on the minds of these players.
Exactly. So so just laughing because the rough he
I
just
know prof.
arrived wrong.
I know prof
I
is here.
I am here. Eric Ten Hag out.
I know prof is here. So
Um, one conference league and first it's one conference league and Ford Ford. I love it. I don't do you. I'm not sure I get what Prof was
no,
trying.
say prof is trying to say Moyes won conference league and for he love it for that for the fact that he won them.
Okay, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
so
okay,
so
okay,
for
okay,
me,
okay,
it's
okay.
a case of you're still in a good position to get even into the conference league, right?
Oh,
Those
oh, United.
no, what's me call it? West Ham, like, but making such call at this time of the season might just not be too good for them, you know. So yeah, but it
He
is
said,
what it is.
oh, I see. It says Morris Winkham. I think I got fired.
But I think the getting fired, I think, is a case of he wanted more reinforcement this season, right? But it didn't come
Mm,
his way. But he
mm.
still was trying his bit, though. I think in the January transfer window, I think he wanted a striker or something like that. It didn't
Yes.
come his way, so he
Yes.
still was trying. But I think the sacking was more of a the sacking was more of a not performance wise, more of, you know what, we tired, we want to go on a new trajectory. That's
Yeah.
what I think is. But having said that, West Ham, Luton Town, just give me the both team to get on the score sheet first. Yeah, you see
Okay.
that's what I said. Board and Moyes, yeah, they clash. Moyes, yeah, it was more of a dispute between the two side, and I think the board actually wants to go with a different approach in the style of play they want to. They want to go into, how the Aston Villa style of play and all of that, right? But
Okay.
Moyes is still stuck in his old ways. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't
No,
know.
let me just finish. So basically, Mark believes we're playing Europa League next season. I believe with this though, we still mathematically we can still get what they call
It's not about
six, but
Mark is not looking at mathematics, right? Mark is actually hoping and believing that we'll win the FA Cup.
are you serious? I believe too, Mark. I believe too. I believe it's possible. I believe it's possible. We might be able to. It's what, it's possible. It's possible. But also, I still believe mathematically we can still get what it calls if other teams drop, because I know we can only. You have listened to one. let's go. Let's go. Let's go here. So I want to follow this chat. So let me just follow this. So Max says Morris has been a shit coach. So we'll follow, and Morris got the definition with the finished 8. Yeah. So never make sure say Morris clashed with what they called with the board. And Mark, I'll take this down, looking to win 2-1. Now, measure you're listening to. I need to join one of these shows where all of you are together. I swear to be comical. I swear to be the best based on mathematics we
Oh,
consistently. Yes.
oh, you don't want to be in those shows, bro. You don't want to be in those shows where you have Rob, you have Ronald, what's his name? You have Mark, you have. You don't want to be in those, like there's this guy Charles. Like
Look,
it's
look,
a,
look,
it's
look,
it's all
you
over
know
the
what?
like it's all over the place. I think maybe myself, Mark, and Ronald
Mm,
maybe are the only three persons that are actually still saying, stick, like, give this manager at least let him, let's see what he can do. But we'll come to United. When we get to United, we'll talk more about United.
I love it. It's what we said. It's a 5-hour
Oh
show.
yes, oh yes, 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 yes. Bro, if you focus on these guys, we will not leave here today. Let's go to the next one,
No,
please.
honestly, I think I need to be one of these shows. I swear. I think it's be proper fun. I swear. Well, don't know with football. He only know it on paper. I love his board though. I love Rob's board market. So it's fun though. I want to join one of the shows. Please, let's go before I park. Like all these guys are probably derail. Let's go. Okay, okay, okay. West Ham Luton. Mark is saying 2-1. Drex, what are you saying?
I'm saying both teams to get on the score sheet. I wouldn't be surprised if Luton gets a double. Give me both teams to get on the score sheet. Luton team total of 2+.
Okay, BTS and Luton.
Yo, Tess, are you gonna? Yeah, when you finish, you send me this correlation. Let me post it up on the
Yeah,
channel
yeah,
on YouTube.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. Yeah. And so for me though, I was looking at it right. So I'm looking at a here. To be fair, I'm saying sure it's tough for me though. I'll just go. I'm going with a BTS on this one. And Robbie saying, let me see what I just quickly go through the chat right. So Robbie said, Mark says he has that in his come on with they always clash with the board. Yes, true, Morris. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Morris last dance. So Robbie Rob says 3. It goes with 3-1. So I'll add Rob here and BTS boys and BTS boys man set it. I agree, Mark. I agree. Okay, let me just get Mark's prediction here, and also what it called Rob. So Mark is saying it 2-1. So Luton to win 2-1. and what they call it, and Rob is saying he's saying Everett West Ham to win 3-1. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Drex. Next one. This is what they called Wolves and Crystal Palace. What do you think?
Oh, Wolves and Crystal Palace. It's gonna be a draw.
Draw.
It's gonna be a draw. Let me just
So
mute
Wolves Crystal Palace. Drex is saying it to be a draw.
It's gonna be a draw, but a score. You know what? I'm gonna lean towards the away side here.
Hmm.
I'm gonna lean towards. I want. I feel like the away side will continue with this their fine form that they've been on. Against United, everybody saw the scoreline 4-0, but it was a scoreline that could have been prevented
Hmm.
if United show a little bit of discipline in terms of the defending and a little bit of discipline in terms of their self worth. Right, a lot of them don't know themselves. They just feel like they just put themselves together and play football. And
Big up,
yeah,
Sister Afra. Sorry, go ahead.
a, a lot of what should I call it now? A lot of yeah, individual errors and all of that. Now they're going to be going against Crystal Palace is going to be going against a Wolves side who I know I like saying this a lot, but it's been proven wrong several times. Their manager likes to set his team in a very well disciplined defensive shape, right? And yeah, let me just before I finally drop my final possible outcome, let me look what their injury record is if they've got a few persons back. I know Chan is back for them. Okay, this
Why you why
they
are you
just
checking on
have
that? Sorry, go ahead.
the they just have Dawson and so yeah, this game might be a slow like I would say both team I would say both team to get on the score sheet.
So you're saying a BTS, good. And please, Rob, I see you're saying I predicted 4-0 on Papi's channel to who though? Is it to Crystal Palace? I'm believing. Just let us know where so I can add that down, Rob.
Just give me both teams to get on. Wolves don't like to give goals, right? So give me both teams to get on the score sheet because right now Glasner is playing a kind of football that looks like a low block and catch the people on counter. That's
Hmm.
what he's doing right
Hmm.
now.
Hmm.
But he kind of tweaked it in a way that his team when they get possession they can keep it that way when they're attacking you right in numbers they have control of the ball but most especially they play right now so far all the games I've seen them play they it's more of like a go back suck up the pressure hit your opponent on the break and make sure you're clinical which they find out they've been able to do right now with the Wolves team that might be coming at them and yeah the two side are maybe might be even in terms of personnel and in terms of work rate. So I don't know what kind of game that Glasner might be pulling up. Will he still want to pull up the low block, or will he want to go a little bit to see if he could get the win at that in that game? That would be for the match to decide, right? But look, going what from what I know, I feel like I'm just gonna lean the one hand, I'm going to lean towards Crystal Palace. It might be a 2-2 draw, but I'm going to
Okay.
lean towards Crystal Palace
So
on
a
this one.
BTS. So basically, Crystal Palace or draw,
Mhm.
or BTS or Crystal Palace, right?
Uh, I would take both teams. Just give me both teams to get on the score sheet.
Okay. Okay.
Let me be safe with that one. Or
Okay.
you know what?
So,
Scrap that. Give me
mm,
Crystal Palace to be on the score sheet. Crystal Palace to score because I
good.
know
I think
this
that's
guy is back for them. A lot of Wolves got a lot of their players back, so that game might
okay.
just be.
Maybe a tough one. So let me just go one Marcus. Marcus said it's not Glasner. It's players are committed to working hard for 90 minutes. There's a huge difference with effort and application to how tactics work. That's true though. That's true. That's true. and no amount of tactics can work without players being committed to giving their best. And I think that's where you probably that's where United comes in, right? And that's the thing that also that's my where again where my light bulb is saying, you know what, can Eric Ten Hag still do it, right? Because it's no amount, right? Commitment, right?
Yo,
For,
when we get to the United one, we'll talk expansively on that one.
okay. So what's my prediction here? I'm taking everyone's prediction. What's my prediction on this one? So I'll probably say I'll go with I knew I was going to reply. What's my prediction if I look at Rob's comment? Um my prediction here will be I'm looking at this one though. I'm saying so I'll take a Palace or draw. Palace to win. Okay, so Rob is saying, what's Rob saying? Yeah, Rob said it's false. It's false. They say what Mark is saying is false. Glasner style of play
Yeah,
in 2 months. I
in
know,
two. I think I agree with this because when he came in, it's not like he came in and they hit the ground running. No, no, no. When he came in, he wanted to play a certain type of way, right? But
no, bro,
realized
bro. No, I probably think it's what they call. I probably think it's initial guys. What we call it? What we
no.
call it? What
Tesh,
they call.
what I'm saying is just listen to me. What I'm saying is he came in, he wanted to play style. He wanted to play. He wanted to assess the players and see okay what and see what will fit them. Right. He tried it's a kind of possession based football, but he didn't really work. Right. So he went back to okay what we because whether we like it or not, W's have a way of giving you W's have a way of boosting your confidence. 1 second, Test. Go ahead, take over.
Good. Okay. So probably Drex has to do something quick, briefly. Okay, no. So again, I feel like while the style of play is there to be fair, Rob, I think to basically say over time, right? If he's implemented the style of play, I'll give him time, right? So what I think here is probably the Alice, and I said it with Ange as well initially, right? And I might be wrong as well, but I think it's what they call new manager bounce. As in that energy, that drive, right? And over time, right, if you see that consistency, then you can say yes, the manager has actually done well by implementing his style of play. Once it's early stage, where I find it a bit skeptical to kind of say, okay, you know what, it's the manager implementing up. I feel like players tend to what they call have that. Human beings we have, right, want to probably prove, as in prove the past person wrong, or probably were trying to get in favor of the new person in charge. What's really key is over time, right? Your consistency and your professionalism, right? To basically keep that level over time. I think that's when I'll start saying, you know what, is it this manager's impact from a tactical perspective, or was it a new manager bounce? That's why the players were giving so much energy. Okay, now I'll go with Forest Chelsea. I think this one will be fairly easy for me to fairly quickly. Chelsea has been on very good form. They've won their last they've won three and drawn one and lost one their last five. They're currently fifth on the table for form, which again is it's good for Chelsea though they're picking form at the right time. It's actually bad for United. They just below Arsenal and what they call it on the what they call form table. Now Rob is saying, wow, it's two different views, and this is very good though. Rob is saying Cold Palmer, young player of the year, Chelsea 3-1. And Mark is saying Forest 3-1. I love that. I love that. Let me go here. So Mark, Forest 3-1. And Rob saying Chelsea 3-1. Same score line, but different what they call different picks.
Different positioning.
A different position, exactly. Yeah, and for me, let me look at Forest though. Forest they've lost three in the last five though. Although they won their last game, which they won like 3-1, I believe. Forest. To be fair, this one I'll probably lean more towards Chelsea here. I'll probably go with Chelsea or draw, and again going with more Chelsea to score at least 2 goals plus in that game. Drex.
That game, it's gonna be. I've caught Chelsea too many draws this season, and it has ended up with egg on my face. So I'm just gonna lean towards the Chelsea win here. I'm gonna lean towards the Chelsea win for this one.
Okay.
I feel like Chelsea would win this one, but let's just keep it simple as we've always done. Chelsea with a team total of 2 goals in this one.
Okay.
Yeah, but if they end up drawing that game, I won't be surprised because that's Chelsea for you. But Chelsea have been some right good form. Guys, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Those of us in here, can just give us a retweet on X. Here is the thing for X. You could just give us a retweet on X. Yeah, that's that for me. That's my case with the Chelsea Forest game. But Chelsea away, it might not be like the Everton game because Forest know that a win for them, right,
Mm-hmm.
moves them further away from Luton Town, who is, I believe, I stand corrected, but I believe Luton Town are just 2 points away. Well, let me just double check that. 2 or 3 points away from, and I'm looking like Luton Town can win the games. Luton Town are 3 points away.
They are in a relegation now.
Oh, Nottingham Forest.
Luton Town.
Yeah, Luton Town are in relegation,
Sorry,
18th
sorry, sorry,
position.
sorry. They're not here. You're correct. Not here. They are just they are 17th here. They are probably they are 2 points. They are 3 points. Is it two
Three
three
points
points?
away, 3 points away, and Luton Town plays who again? Who was
They are
Luton
playing at
playing?
West Ham.
And there's a possibility Luton can win that game, right? So it's not looking good for us at the moment. Luton, they know they win that one. Now the goal difference might just be what's setting them aback, but
Mhm.
yeah. So it might be a tough game for Chelsea on the night. It might be a 2-2 draw, but let me just go with Chelsea team total of 2+. That would be
So
my safe bet for.
Chelsea 2+ team total. Okay. I think you have the big one last, right? Okay. Wow, this one is heavy. Do we still have one more?
We have
Wow.
United and we have Aston Villa. United is
Okay,
always
so
the last one.
let's go with Aston Villa and Chelsea first. You want to go, Drex?
Aston Villa,
Aston Villa,
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
It's a
Yeah.
case of third host, fourth host, third. And for me, Aston Villa all but secure their spot for the next Champions League season. This season in Europe, Aston Villa have not been that great. They were walloped at home by Olympiacos 5-2, and they lost the reverse fixture today, I think 2-0 in Greece. So I know they want to go to Europe. It's one of those things that gets the players going and all of that, gets the club going as well. Maybe that would attract quality players and the big names back into Aston Villa and set them up for seasons to unfold. But Liverpool, on the other hand, they want to push as much as they can for the league because they are leaving the season with just the League Cup as it stands. So it's a case of who finishes where. Liverpool, they all but finished third. They are on 78 points. Aston Villa are on 67. So I feel like this game might just go either ways. I've been calling Ole Watkins to score for the past three weeks now, and Ole Watkins have been failing to score. So I'm still going to call Ole Watkins to score in this game as my possible outcome. Ole Watkins to get a goal in this game, both teams to get on the score sheet. Liverpool team total. I'm giving you three possible outcomes now. Liverpool team total of 2+. Only Watkins to get on the score sheet. Both teams to score for me. That's it. Tess, can you hear me? You're on mute.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Sorry, I can hear you. So Robbie's saying, I believe Robbie's saying Villa Forest, so Villa Liverpool 0-0. So I believe him, Robbie's calling a draw there, and he says he's doing that for safety reasons. I love to know the safety reasons. So again, direction.
Fire alarm! Fire alarm!
Yes. So Jack is saying Watkins to score.
Yeah.
Liverpool
Team
with a team
total two
total of
plus.
2+ or 3. Okay,
Yeah.
2+,
2+.
and BTS.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
BTS. So
And
we're also saying Aston Villa to score at least 2 goals as well.
no, I'm not saying.
Okay, so, okay, sorry. Yeah, sorry. No, sorry,
I'm saying
sorry,
team
sorry.
total. Just yeah.
No, yeah, yeah.
So with this, we just can give your prediction. So we just kindly switch into the United game. Let me just make it one take here. I know the take I was gonna make is gonna rattle my two friends right there in the chat. 1-4, 1-4 again. So let me just see. Go ahead, Tesh.
So
Make your
so no, Mark is saying it's a 2-2, right? It's a 2-2. I think that's honestly this one for I'll agree because it looks like a draw game. It looks like a 2-2 game.
no, but
Yeah, I think
Rob, it's a case of I know Tottenham have a game in hand, right? But I don't think it's just one more. I don't see Tottenham beating Man City. They might draw that game, but that's the best that they could get. Tottenham might draw against the next Burnley, and I don't know, but yeah, you Villa, like I said, thought Liverpool are third.
mhm.
No further push. There's nothing that they want to do that would, even if they win the next two games, which is will give them maximum 6 points, 6 plus 78, that's 84, right? Yeah, 84. That they are hoping then that Arsenal and Chelsea lose the next two games. That's the way. That's the only way they can win the league. So I've been said that they're sensing what I just said now. So Liverpool might be looking to win that game. So it's safe to just say that this might end up being a draw, like what Rob is saying. But I've gone
No,
with
no,
my
no. I think
possible outcome.
Rob is saying a draw, correct, and Mark
Yeah.
is saying a draw too. Mark is saying a 2-2 draw.
So
They're both saying a
yeah,
draw.
yeah. So for me, I don't want to know who's gonna draw who, but I just feel like this game is gonna be Liverpool will get two goals, both teams will get on the score sheet, and Ole Watkins to get a goal. McGinn is back, so it's gonna be tough for Liverpool. So let's just see what. Not like McGinn didn't play today. McGinn did play today, and they lost 2-0. So yeah, they huffed and puffed, but they couldn't get a goal today against Olympiacos.
Okay, so for me, I don't know why. I don't know why again. Again, I'll go with a draw or Aston Villa. I'll go with a draw or Aston Villa or this one. Yeah.
Draw or
Okay.
Aston Villa. Let's move to the big one now. With the big one, which is United playing Arsenal. Right. First, I'm going to start with this take, and it's going to be for either for. It's going to be a for and against because Mark. It might be against Mark. It might be against Rob. But if for some reason Ineos decide to sack Eric Ten Hag, I wouldn't mind since Ineos are into the business of buying men, top quality men out of their contract. I wouldn't mind if Ineos buy Unai Emery out of his contract at Aston Villa. I wouldn't mind that. If they if they if they want to sack, if they are saying okay, because I like the model with which Ineos is doing their things. Okay, we're not we're not saying anything about the manager now. So those players, we know the players I'm talking about. Those players, they don't just say, okay, it's gonna go by the end of the season. Let me start putting in a shift so that the next manager that's coming in might see me and want to, no. But
Max is mad.
yeah, I know. That's why I said it's gonna be for and it's gonna be against, right? So I think Ineos keeping their cards close to their chest is a good thing, you know. But I'm not saying I still want Ineos to. I still want Eric Ten Hag to be on that, like set up the structure because we knew what he could do with Ajax. People
Yeah.
like to say, "Oh, Ajax is what maybe fifth or sixth choice league in the world of soccer and all of that, right?" I agree, but this man had a proven record in terms of how he could work with structure, right? How he had the likes of Overmars, Van der Sar, the likes they were running the things for him. So let's see what he could do. I know I said if he's not bringing result by the end of December, let him go. But I
Mhm.
might, I might, I might be tempted to push it further and say run out your contract under this structure. So we know that okay, full time whistle, not half time, full time whistle, you couldn't cut it out, or full time whistle, you did your job. So it's a
Mhm.
case of bet. If Ineos has, that's why I said bet, it's a big one, BUT in all caps, right? If Ineos are looking to move the man on, then I wouldn't mind if they buy out Una Emery from his contract, buy Una Emery from Aston Villa because Aston Villa they might as well go to the Champions League and come on back. That's how I see it.
No, and honestly, I agree with Mark on this one. I don't think Emery is that good.
You
I don't
we
think
don't think you don't think Emery is that good, but this is a manager. I'm not saying that when you look at good, right? The
Mhm.
fact that the manager is not cutting it out at some point doesn't make it like people are saying now. Okay, um, you don't think Emery is that good, But a lot of people are saying they don't think Ten Hag is that good. But me, I've seen Ten Hag do his thing, right, even while it was in Ajax. And I'm saying, okay, this man, I know what he can produce. Emery, I've seen Emery at Sevilla. He won the Europa League, like he made the Europa look like he's his bet right.
But with the Europa League, right? You go to the Champions League, right? Right? Hello, Rex.
Yeah, with the Europa League, you
Yeah,
go to the Champions
so
League.
months. How come it's always getting back to the Europa League to win it? You see that he can't even pass his group stage.
If you ask me that question now, maybe I have to call on me to ask her who. But the thing is, it all depends on what players are available to him, right? Emery never won the domestic league. I agree. I'm not comparing him. I'm saying for me, for my choice is if United wants to buy out because right now if you're looking at the money, except you want to buy out someone like Nagez and Nagezman, I know Nagezman comes with his own headache as well. A lot of United fans will not be ready for Nagezman's headache, right? So, but there are managers out there because right now Ineos are making me feel like they are a bunch of people that would just, you know what, once they want something they go for it, even if the thing is being owned by somebody, they go and see how they could buy it off that person, you know, understand what I'm saying, Tesh? They could go buy out people from their contract. I'm not, which is
Yeah.
something that has impressed me so far. Like, yo, we want this, we get it, we want this, we get it. Might not be the Dan Ashworth or whoever, might not be some people's cup of tea, but the fact that they know what they want and they go getting it, not waiting for, you know, if you wouldn't succumb, like if you don't want to come to their table and let's negotiate, they would tell you, you know what, this guy's definitely going to come to us, we'll wait for him, right? But if you're ready to do business, we're ready to do business with you. So for me, that's what I'm saying. No, you could actually go in the case of steadying the ship. Una Emery might steady the ship and they might look for somebody else. But let's, having said that, this there's a game at hand coming on Sunday. I think it's the only game for Sunday, I believe. Is it Sunday? Yes, it's the only game for Sunday. United host Arsenal. I know there was an injury boost in terms of, I think, Martinez and the question. I think Rashford might be in line for that game. For me, someone like Martinez, I would not just bother playing him in that game. I wouldn't bother play Martinez in that game. That's for me. I don't know about any other person, but that's me. I wouldn't bother play Martinez in that game. If Varane is fit, maybe because Varane at the end of the day will still leave. So maybe if Varane is fit, play Varane. If yeah, if Evans meet match fitness, play. But I want a situation where we move this guy back into midfield position, Casemiro. We
Okay.
move,
Okay.
yeah, because Casemiro at the D line is is making him still feel like he's the defensive midfielder where he slides into tackle, not knowing that he is the last man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as a defensive midfielder, you go into tackle, you know, okay, there's somebody that's going to cover for you,
Mm-hmm.
right? And United players recently, the way they are playing, they're playing like one that don't have the discipline or the consciousness of, okay, if this guy makes a tackle or if this guy's going for a challenge, we need to cover for him. No, nobody does that. Everybody does, okay, you go for a tackle, you better make sure you get it, or else you're on your own. So it's, so for me, if Johnny Evans, if Varane is fit, I will start Varane. Yeah, a lot of players need to be moved on. Tesh, maybe we'll do a show about this thing. A lot of players need to be moved on, right? But for now, having
What's
said that,
your what's
possible
yes?
outcome for this game. Oh my days, bro. Oh my days. It won't be surprising if United actually win this one or hold Arsenal to a draw. Anything United or a draw. Let me go with that one. United, because I don't want to see Arsenal win any title. I don't know where some people got it from. Where I think it was Luan or GB that was thinking I mean I love Arsenal. I want hell no, bro. Tess, you know back in the day, you know how the Arsenal rivalry is for me. You know how it is Arsenal and United, Tess.
I agree with you. And also,
So
honestly, your prediction is something as mine. I already wrote mine down before. United or draw. So
mm,
this.
So because I think I was on the stream and somebody was like, GB was like, Drex, you like Arsenal, and somebody echoed it back. I can't know if it was Stephanie or Luwan, I can't remember. I'm like, yo, you guys don't know me, bro.
And, and hold on, Mark. I'm waiting for your prediction though on this one for Arsenal United. I know I have Rob 5-0. I have Rob's Arsenal to win 5-0 to be clear.
Okay, let me read man's prediction how he said it, right? He
Okay,
said it, Lionel read.
so
Please read this on the stream for the United versus Arsenal game. I,
okay.
Drex, and Tesh, hope you guys are good. Yeah, we're good. Big up yourself, man. Here is my possible outcome for the social media derby. Manchester United versus Arsenal. Arsenal to win by 2 clear goals with over 10 shots on target in game. Other
Yeah.
possible outcome, a new start could be
Wait,
created by United.
wait. We are not to win by what they call 2 goals.
Not just 2 goals, 2 clear goals.
Sorry, 2 clear. So the goals need to be transparent. 2 clear goals
Yeah,
with
with
over 10
over 10
shots.
shots on target.
Okay.
So 10 shots on target, 10 plus shot on
Shit.
target.
10 plus on target. Wow. Well, now I'll be working tomorrow.
Walking his socks off. And
Okay.
then he went further to say, other possible outcomes, a new start could be created by United fans on all social media platform called XM. Expected meltdown.
Okay, expected. What's the expected meltdown? What's the rate?
He didn't tell me the rate. He just said expected meltdown. I didn't say if it was maybe I don't know, but it's an expected meltdown. I like that part. I think that would be my because the meltdown on and funny enough, right? Big up yourself, man. I love this guy a lot. I'm funny enough. I've not actually met him. I don't know how he look like, but I love this guy. Um um um. The thing about the meltdown is why it's so hilarious for me with this meltdown is the fact that we know what the outcome is, but all of a sudden, when the result comes out, we're like, "Are you pseudo? Were you hoping that something different was gonna happen?" You've all been saying the manager is this, the players are this, but all of a sudden, when it's game time, you all that have been saying the player is shit, the player is that, the player is that, all of a sudden wants the player to just put up a fight and just give you something on the contrary. But for some of us, we just go there and be like, okay, we're gonna back the team, good, bad, ugly. We're gonna back if they get my bias is what's telling me United will win or draw. And because I've seen United pull up a fight in games like this, right? So yeah,
I know this guy. So, what we saying, Lisha better not play.
no, I agree with Omo right there. Lisha better not play. If Varane can play, I don't mind Varane playing because he's gonna leave at the end of the season. But Lisha
So,
should just take his time and recuperate. I know Lisha might go for the Copa America, but at least let him recuperate, let him heal properly. Heal
wait,
properly.
there's a key one that comes next. 5 hours stream.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's I might not be on that stream because it might because the last one I was on I
Big up,
think I lost
man.
it
Big up,
I
man.
lost it a little bit. Mark had to calm me down. Like Mark was like, Drex, just calm down because a lot of United fans were calling each other names and that's where I lose it. You can't be calling your fellow. It's like talking to your brother and you're insulting him for over trivial matters. It doesn't make sense to me, right? So yeah, yeah. Big up yourself,
Big up,
man.
man. Big
Safe
up,
flight,
man.
bro. Safe flight.
Safe flight. Safe flight.
Uh, so for me, it's gonna be that expected meltdown. I think is what I'm looking forward to. But I would not look forward to it. I would be positive because how I think in my heart, that's how I will. So I would be positive, and I would say I hope that United at least a point, make us proud. The last game at home, make us proud. Yeah, that's all I have to
Yo,
say.
yo, hold on. Big up, guys. Big up, guys. I've laughed too much. Big up, guys. As in, big up. Please don't forget to follow what I call subscribe to the HubSpot Football Power Hour as well as what I call Mark MEFC channel as well. This has been great, though. I didn't get Mark's prediction on this one, but I'll probably
Mark would
think.
definitely tell you. Let me tell you Mark's prediction, a two-one,
Okay,
3-2 kind of thing.
okay, okay. I probably thought Mark would go with a United or draw, but okay, so if 3-1, so I'll probably
Mark
go with
wouldn't go
three
with
one.
the United or draw. Mark would tell you United will win this one. I know Mark, and it's the same thing. I'll tell you United will win this one.
Three. Okay, so 3-1. I'll put 3-1
No,
there, Mark.
no one will be sad and crying, and I'll be no. Omo, you might not be because you it's an expected outcome for you, right, Omo? But you know how these guys. No, don't do that. Don't act like you don't know how these guys are going to melt down for something that they already have envisaged in their head.
I
Omo, you
think
and I know that if the result doesn't go our way, you and I know that
no.
you know how to take you be like, but what exactly were we expecting? You and I know how to talk about these things calmly. But a
You,
lot
you
of
know, bro.
go ahead,
You know,
Tish.
bro. Sorry. It's not the result though that makes people melt down. To be fair, it's how the game goes
No,
that
Tess,
makes
I'm
people
telling
melt.
you right now. I'm telling you right now.
Yes.
Even if the game goes right and we lose, right?
Yeah.
Some I've been with Omo on the stream where Omo actually see how we lost the game, and Omo is telling you, okay, I see why we lost the game. We did come out and do this and do that, right? But some people would not want to. Some will be telling you they will just be going like a broken record, like a clock. Get the manager out, blah blah blah. Like like against Crystal Palace. Let's sit down and analyze the game, right? Everybody kept saying, "Get the manager out." I'm like, yo, sit down and analyze this game that we just saw. But you guys, so for me, the meltdown will be they will be sad. Trust me, people will
Mhm.
be sad, right? And am I holding that holding them on or faulting them for being sad? Hell no, hell no. But don't come start making it look like you were expecting magic.
Agreed.
That's
Agreed.
me.
Agreed.
You
Agreed.
you don't make it look like you were expecting magic. Like for the Crystal Palace game, I had some belief that we would at least get the draw. But the minute I saw Olise skin and Casemiro, bro, Tess, the skinning of Casemiro wasn't my problem. It was the fact that nobody could come in to cover. That was my
It's it,
problem.
it,
Nobody could
it's
step in. Nobody. That, was it Dalo or Evans was looking? Okay, if I leave this guy, is gonna. Bro, make the move. Let the guy force the guy to make a pass. You might not. You might be lucky to cut that pass out or something, right? But they just stood and was waiting. And Olise was looking like, okay, nobody wants to make a move. Okay, I'm gonna drive in and shoot. Olise actually shot that ball with like with the faintest of the weight on that ball wasn't that much. Although Nana could have saved it, but I'm saying it was a cascade of errors, bro. Cascade, like from the Casemiro sliding in to the fact that nobody could actually take the initiative to want to cover to see, okay, force this guy to make a pass. Because the guy might be trying to make a pass that you're thinking, okay, he's going to make a pass to the man you're marking. But the other defender is reading that same play and say, okay, you step out. By the time he's about to make a pass, I step forward. We catch that guy offside.
Mhm,
But no,
mhm.
everybody was going backing up, backing up. The man was just saw a big gaping hole, highway to heaven, bro. Just saw it right in front of him, and bro, second goal. I know Evans wasn't fit, but Evans, come on, put your body in the line. Let the man hit you. Let the man like no. Third goal. It's so it was a cascade of errors, right, that led to those goals. I know people blame it on the manager, but I only did like 30-25% on the manager. The rest was on the players, bro.
Yeah, honestly, like I think it should, going back to what Mark was saying about what they called about Crystal Palace, right? How they play with the energy, right? Is that
Just
commitment? We don't, yeah.
Yes, I think I have. Yeah, go ahead. I have one meeting with somebody now, like 5 minutes.
Okay, okay, sorry, okay. No, I'm just saying, well, going back to what Mark said, we're looking at what they call that, having that commitment and passion to actually drive what they call or to play to what they call to play better, right? The commitment and the desire, looking at how Crystal Palace play, our players don't have that, right? I think that's the concern. No matter how tactical your coach wants to be, if there are no people to actually carry out the tactics, then basically the coach is as good as useless. And that's why you see over time, you see when we get, and again, it's not the same players. It's different players over time, right? So if it's not the same players over time, that probably doing this right, then it has to be a fundamental issue with the club, which goes down to is it a culture or is there something in the background we don't know, or basically the relation between the players and the board, or is the manager being undermined right at United over time? So I think there's something that's fundamentally wrong at United that makes its players right feel they shouldn't, and it's not all of them though. It's just more so right. You are only as strong as your weakest link is one or two, and that can bring down a whole team. So let's close here. So Drex, to confirm, Mange only has its possible outcome for
Yeah,
United, right?
yeah, yeah, that was the right topic he gave to me to read on
Okay,
scroll.
okay. Big up, guys, and again, thank you, guys. Thank everyone for joining us here today at the HubSpot and
At one
following up what
point,
it called.
at one point
Yeah,
we had about 82, 83 persons watching. Boy, that was big.
that's good though. As in, for me, it's good over time. Right? I think it's please let's continue to like, share, and subscribe, guys. Please, let's take the HubSpot. Where are we now currently? We're still at
One
114.
114,
Please
yeah.
let's get to what they called 115, please, guys, on the HubSpot. Again, thank you, Rob. Thank you, Mark, for your engagement. It was fun, though. It was really fun. I loved the comment on both sides. Thank you, Luan. Thank you, Manjan. Safe flight, Manjan. Thank you, everyone, for joining. And what happens next? We have possible outcome again next week. We most likely will have the watch along between United and Arsenal on here. Please, guys, don't forget to like, share,
Are we doing the
and
Tottenham one
Tottenham one is when.
on Saturday, I believe?
Yeah, so most likely we'll also do the Tottenham game on Saturday game. Please, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, there'll be a 5 hour stream and football power hour. That's setting for sure. Hey guys, big up, guys. We'll see everyone on the next one.